Oh my god. Tougher Times works with Warped Echo? This was our first run when the Phase 2 roadmap first came out, where we had an unprecedented amount of Warped Echoes. Twitch TV/R&D Thursday. Enjoy. Do you ever use the Mercenary Secondary side grade? No, this thing sucks. Anyway, we're going to the False Sun. If we're allowed to, we're going to the False Sun. Whoa, a buy shop, try shop? That's crazy. Let's play some macro chat. Let's get some macaroni and cheese going and try to look for a credit card real quick. Knowledge Turkey is a superior country to be sacrificed to Allah. I thought when I saw turkey, I thought you were going to talk about like the food. And I was like, that's crazy, man. You like turkey as a food? Is it so weird they made a country after the bird? Wonder why they did that. Yo, it's a ukulele. Our AoE is crazy. On a character that doesn't really need it. Commando would love this run. Is Wungus not Rungus? Rungus sounds stupid. It's Wungus, not Rungus. Rungus sounds stupid. How does Rungus sound stupid, but Wungus doesn't? Do you just like the letter W? More like Lungus. Chicken or beef? Call me beef the way I be. Never mind. Some of you, those who know. Kid named Finger. What? Okay, well, it's gone now. I don't care about actual name. I just love turkey. I once again ask you. I think turkey's fine food. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think turkey as a meal, like, you'd be satisfied with it. But I feel like if you're ordering somewhere, you're not like, unless you're like very health oriented, you're not choosing turkey over anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the scrawniest person you know eats turkey. Meanwhile, us people jumping on trend, we eat chicken. Not beef, because we're already destroying our hearts with trend, but chicken. Rungus is used just because you run. I've called it Rungus this whole time. Because I think that, first off, what is it? Ranglish? Risk of Rain English? If we can even call it that. Ranglish is proven to be nonsense. What is shipping request form? Shorter or something like that? It's already proven itself to be a nonsense. Horrific language to try to understand. We can do away with it entirely. Let's just start speaking Spanish. How about we just use Spanish as the name instead? Like Topaz Brooch, we'll call it Puta Madre. Chicken tastes so awful. I hate chicken. Why do you hate chicken? Every time someone tries to say there's like this weird food, like frog legs. Honestly, I can only think of frog legs right now. But if there's any weird niche food out there, everyone will always say, oh, you know, it kind of tastes like chicken. And I always feel like that's cap, but I think chicken's one of those default foods that people are like, oh yeah, that's good enough for me. So for you to not like chicken makes you odd and shunned by society. Crocodile tastes like chicken too. See, there we go. There's another one. I've heard that too. Crocodile. Shorm. Shorm is the shipping request form. Is that not insane? Is that not like the craziest thing you've ever heard in your life chat? Should I get Lens Maker's Glass or Warped Echo? This is a new item. Freshly nerfed, actually. Technically, it's buffed. I did say that all of them were nerfs, but I think the Warped Echo might be buffed now. Because it works with repulsion armor and, damn it, why do I have a shield? It works with the repulsion armor and planula now, whereas it didn't before. It did work with razor wire. I don't know why they added that. Sometimes they'll say things in patches that it already happened. It already exists that way. Working your wisp. Why not just call it form? Well, because it's the format. You know what I'm saying? It's like Ranglish. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying. Is there anything that Warped Echo doesn't work on anymore? Shit. No, I'm just kidding. It definitely works on that too. But I don't know. I feel like it's good. What the fuck, Tesla coil? I love Tesla coil. It's one of those items that you really appreciate. Oh, and they nerfed Halcyon. Thank God. This thing was so annoying. And it wasn't because like, oh, Halcyonite's so strong or anything like that. It was because of like all the visual effects and everything. And the weird mechanics, like the whirlwind right here, like that. He would just randomly speed up really far. His hitbox was like gigantic and everything. Now he makes sense. Now it's fun. Or as in fun, as in fair. It's fair. So they really cooked on this update. I'm very happy. I'm losing all my money. Okay, we're definitely getting repulsion armor. Warped Echo, anybody? And then Noxious Thorn. And then probably Goatoof. Don't need a death mark. We're close to getting death mark. Technically, we have 20% bleed now. That's crazy, chat. That's crazy. Thinking of playing this game, would you recommend just playing the base game first or just going straight in with both DLCs? I'd probably play the base game a little bit. And then going in with the DLCs. That way you can kind of see what the game has to offer and then improve upon it by getting the DLCs. Otherwise, you're going to be like, what's this? Oh, what's this? And also, if you play it, maybe you don't like it. Maybe you end up not liking it. And so getting the DLCs wouldn't really, wouldn't be financially a good idea there. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think of your well-being here. That $20 could be invested into Bitcoin, which will triple in price immediately. So you could have bought Risk of Rain 2 for all of us. Holy shit. 2 ATGs and a beetle gland is crazy work. I love you, Double Mountain Shrine. All right, the path of the Colossus shall be taken. The base game is harder since Polyloot and Plasma Shrimp are busted. The base game is definitely harder. Pause. But it's because all the items from the DLCs are really good. But you don't have to deal with void enemies. So, you know, it's a little give and take. It's a little give and take. And there's no children. No children. It's like the Skyrim DLC. You don't have children to deal with. Sims. Base game has no Xi construct either. Oh, that's also true. How long can I stand here? Beating Risk of Rain 2 without moving. Opal. I mean, look at the items that you get. You have like, there's like every DLC, there's like more and more bubbles. Let's just have a bubble DLC. Let's have a bubble, not the Powerpuff Girl, but a bubble DLC where everything is just a bubble. Because I got the Warped Echo bubble. I have the oddly shaped opal bubble. I got the Hubba Bubba bubble. Is that a tri-tip dagger printer? Ooh, that's kind of nuts. Ooh, but a bison steak printer goes crazier. It's called Stage Recap. You're called Stage Recap. Yeah, the mod that I'm using for seeing all the chests at the end, that's Stage Recap. Oh, I already got an oddly shaped opal, so this is redundant now. That was bad of me. I didn't macro properly, and now I'm paying for it. Whoa, excuse me, chat. And then there's Tougher Times. Little teddy bear action. 15% my ass cheeks. It's 13.6%. Repeating, of course. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute, chat. Don't tell me Teddy Bear works with Warped Echo too. If Teddy Bear works with Warped Echo, which it might, and I have an ignition tank with my gasoline. If Teddy Bear works with Warped Echo, this item is busted. They just buff the shit out of this item. Hey, fun fact about Tougher Times in armor. Hey, fun fact about you being so pretty. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Shroom? Is that what it is? Shroom? Seekers of the Shroom? A third ATG missile has entered my inventory. One for each stage at this point. So it does work with Warped Echo now. Are you saying before or after? Because a lot of people, they said before it worked. Which was not true. Some people do chatters do be capping sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Chatters come in here and be like, oh yeah, this is how this works. And then I'd be like, oh really? And then I'll test it on screen and I'll be like, you're lying to me. And they're like, shrug emoji, Lenny face emoji. Oh my gosh, it's an equipment. I didn't think I'd ever find one. Grabs crotch. A disposable missile launcher. So now I'm asking for your credentials right now. Are you a doctor? Believers love seeing more ATG in a bleed printer with Thorn. Sadly, we're not going to be printing shit. I have too much to lose. More specifically, I don't want to lose my Warped Echo. Because I'm trying to test out this warped echo stuff going on. Oh, fun fact, chat. Did you know? Did you know? I don't know. Did I make a video of this, or did I record audio and just never make the video? Did you know that blind pests and maybe brass contraptions? I think. I can't remember who it is exactly. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, blind pests and brass contraptions, I think it is. They always miss the first hit if they're off screen. So if you're not like facing them, they'll always miss you. Isn't that weird? It says a medkit. It looks like the Wecco procs don't stop medkit from going off. Oh yeah, it didn't. It didn't in the first time. What I'm curious about for the medkit is if it'll proc again. Because old Wecco still worked with medkit. Because the hits don't technically... So there's two things to know about the Wecco, okay? Is that every hit counts as not being in combat. So even if you're taking hits from the Wecco, your shield, your cautious slug, your red whip, all that stuff will still come off cooldown. Your transcendence, etc. All that stuff will still come off cooldown while you're getting hit. So it's very nice. Did they revert the antlers back to antler shield? If not, I'm not interested. Sadly, they didn't. I thought they would. Can't believe they nerfed it, but they didn't add that back. Crazy work. They must just hate antlers. Someone over there at Gearbox must be like a doe or something. The way they be hating them antlers. Okay. No way. No way we got a laser scope. We have, count it, 11% crit, I think. Because we have lens makers. Do we have anything else? We have 11% crit. That makes 22% extra damage. We're basically swimming in damage right now. There's an ocular HUD. Imagine. Imagine these dragons, man. No shot I'm giving up my disposable missile launcher, though. So nice try. Unless, hold on, unless. Damn. That actually might be good. It's hard to describe, but Roar teaches you to balance time and overall item count. I prioritize movement speed when you can in early stages. More speed equals items equals less dying slash. I would say just don't get hit. You don't need movement speed, just don't get hit. And if everything's dead, you can't get hit. So therefore, damage greater than movement speed. Because if everything's dead, you don't need to move. Lifelong lessons learned here. Ooh, I could do a royal capacitor. I haven't hit up a royal capacitor build in a while. Maybe I drop that. Like a mixtape. And there's more daggers. And another warp deco! Ah! Oh yeah, you see this? This is the real seed of life right here. See that? If you're ever looking for healing orbs on this stage, you can hit that. Today I learned. And there it is. There's the chest. 2 ignition tanks. Always hit the question mark for the gamble. Boom. Bolstering lantern. Anyway, the bolstering lantern nerf was good because it's still now at max stacks at 1. It's 2 soldier syringes, which is good. Whereas before it would have been 2 broken. Are we going to get another Queen's Gland? Yep, of course we are. So we have 3 Beetle Guards. For those of you who thought we had 2 Beetle Guards inside of us, nay, we have 3. Is Seeker good? I also hardly knew her. But yes, she's very good. What I'm most excited to see in the fight is the arena changes. I thought they were going to change this. This part is the part I hate the most. Also, this is just a hidden realm now, by the way. Time doesn't move. Stages aren't increased. It's just basically void fields, if you think about it, with extra steps. Hope they don't rework Secret too much on phase 3. I hope so too. But she's gonna be busted for sure. The proposed changes were crazy. They're like, oh yeah, we need to add reviving to single player. I'm like, what? Hello? She already gets a free elixir. She doesn't need a Dios on top of that. So I can only imagine what they're going to do to her. I hope the False Sun... Ooh, another Warped Echo is crazy work. I hope the False Sun changes are literally just like animation or whatever, and improving his alternate special. His alternate special is Dookie. That's a crazy red item. Nice. I like that. Not his default special. His alternate special. They mentioned fixing his default special, which is already good. Let's talk about the second one. Let's talk about the secondary that can't even crit for some reason. Not sure about that. Okay, where are the enemies at? I need to open this large chest and there's no enemies. Did the director run out of budget? Where's Michael Bay when you need him? Start using more practical effects next time, man. Do we really need 10 Transformers movies? There's more than one crate on this stage. There's like 15 billion. I don't know if there's a set amount, but there's usually always like 4 or something. And they're kind of set in where they spawn. So you should be able to get all of them without any problemo. Anyway, back to what I was saying about how this is essentially a hidden realm now. This is kind of like Void Fields and Aurelionite stage at this point, the way they changed it. Beforehand, there wasn't really a reason to come here, but now there is a reason to come here. It's like free items. Free items, the stage doesn't increment, so you get a free... This is a free stage. All the items I get here is free. Time doesn't move, so the game's not even going to be harder after I beat the game, after I beat the boss. I'm going to come out of stage 4, 25 minutes. There's soup up here, so I can trade in all of my shitty items from the earlier stages. They just need to do something like that for the Voidling. More like a Voidling, you know what I'm saying? False Sun, more like the goat. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, what about greens? All of these items are amazing. I kind of don't want to get rid of anything because my items are already amazing. But this is great. How many buffs do we have? We have 2. They won't always be up though. This is also good for the cooldown. This is great because boomerang. I think growth nectar it is. Look at that. I have 2. Should have printed watches where you took nectar and risk losing my amazing... Why would I print watches? That's crazy. I would destroy watches if I could. Are you live on Twitch, Mr. Thursday? I am. Twitch TV/RD Thursday. Isn't this a bit harder than just a free stage? Aurelionite's pretty hard, if you think about it. Pause. Because their statue. Ha! Good one. Look at this Elden Ring-esque fight now. Oh my god, he killed my beetles. The fact that he actually plays animations when he's attacking now? Wow. Look at that. Animations. What do they call it? I forget what they called it in the patch notes. Wind-ups? No. Telegraph. There we go. Telegraph. There we go. Yeah, now it's telegraph. Whereas before, it was like an instant text message. Oh, and I have Bolstering Lantern. I forgot about that. So that also helps with Growth Nectar. Good thing they nerfed Growth Nectar. This item was supremely busted. What is that? Oh, it's the laser. Isn't that cool? The laser comes from the statue. Ah! That's awesome. Oh, shit. I got like 4 stacks of shit on me. Hold on. Wait, why did my stacks just get purged? I possibly might not understand the mechanics of this fight. Mr. Streamer, what do you think about the item nerfs? I think they were good. Though I think Warped Echo got buffed. That's so weird. It's so funny to say, but I think it was one that got buffed tremendously. Like, it didn't just get lightly buffed. It got mega buffed. Oh, the laser inflicts the stuff on you. I didn't know that. It never targets my beetles, though. That's an interesting note. I wonder if that's intentional. It doesn't target the AI. So technically the laser's stronger now. Because beforehand, if you had like a squid polyp or something against him, he would just laser that. And you wouldn't worry at all. Wow. Yeah, the fight's so much better now. Actually, the fight's not just better, it's 10 times easier, which is a weird effect. But yeah, definitely easier and better. And maybe it's Maybelline. I think I'm going to grab the I already have a Will-o'-the-Wisp, right? So I think it's a regenerating scrap play. I got 2 of them. Got 2 of thems. Look at that. You know what this would scale this to the elite level? If you left through the eye. If there was like a platform that like pulled up and then you went through the eye, I think that would be Kino. That would be absolute cinema. Okay, yeah. See, so look at how easy the stage is now. We just got, because I got a... What items did I get, actually, in that last stage? I got a growth nectar. I got a resonance disc. I think I got this. I got like a shit ton of items from that stage. And time didn't move at all. At all. Governor. I leveled up some. But anyway, great improvement. Good job, Gearbox. You did good. You cooked on that. Wait, we spawned him already? We're speed running. I assumed this boss is gonna be the head. Oh, I assumed the boss was gonna be the head the first time I went there. Hey yo. Pause. The little animation that plays. That'd be an interesting thing. You know, like where you have to... It's like one of those games where you have to play against a giant enemy, you know? God of War. You're like smacking the hand for 10 minutes. You're like, you know what? I don't understand why this giant being is not just squishing me like a bug right now. Is it Ashura's Wrath? I never watched the movie Eternals, but I think there's a giant being that's like larger than the Earth or something. I saw like a clip of that before. Why doesn't he just like peepo clap and destroy us? I don't know. But that would be cool. It'd be a cool fight. The statue. I don't know, man. Sounds like fetish content. Hey, don't put that on us. That's in your head, not ours. We might miss a few items on this stage, but that's okay. It's 31 minutes and we're going to stage 5. What? This is already speed run? Hello? Why devs don't like one-shot protection so much? It's pretty broken. Back in the heyday, when one-shot protection was at its peak, you could have shaped glass and have like 10 HP and still have one-shot protection. Oh my god, that was so good. And then there was one-shot protection for barrier and shield. So it was like you had 3-shot protection. Oh, beautiful. Chef's kiss. Oh, it's unstable transmitter. Hello. We were just talking about you. Speak of the devil and he appears. Ooh. Ooh. Pretty sure that Warped Echo works with tougher times. That's what a chatter said, and I'd like to believe it. So, due to those 2 coinciding facts, I shall not be picking up tougher times. You mean safer spaces? Yeah. Insert whatever I said. You know what I mean. You get what I'm saying. You all get me. We're all bueno here. Is it busted with Hellfire Tincture? I would say nar, because, you know, it's got to activate, right? Another thing about Warped Echo, fun fact about Warped Echo, is that it will only do a certain amount of ticks if it can break them up enough. So if you take like 1 damage, Warped Echo isn't going to do 10 ticks of 1 damage. It's only going to do like 1 tick. But if you take like 1,000 damage, then it will do the full 10 ticks or whatever amount you have at the time. So if you use Hellfire Tincture with it, you're not going to do that much damage to yourself. It might be if you have enough HP, I guess. But you're not going to get the full effectiveness of it. So if you're going to use Hellfire or if you're going to use Warped Echo, you want it to be a large enough hit that it's going to use all of the effectiveness, or it just goes on cooldown for nothing. Nothing at all. That's a red item. Another Resonance Disc is crazy. Resonance Disc and whatchamacallit? Yeah, it's the Runic Lens. There we go. That's crazy behavior. Also, chat, guess what time it is? It's time for a vote. Please tell me you saw that Buster Key chest. Yes, I did. I was just debating on whether or not I wanted to open it, and then I was like, screw it. I'm opening it. Whatever. I'm opening it. I'm gonna open the chest. Because I was thinking, hey, what if I got a sales star, my guy? What if I got a sales star and I'm gonna waste it? I'm gonna waste not having a sales star. But I was like, I don't care. I realized that in my heart of hearts, I really truly did not care. And so we're looping. Maybe I kind of, okay, low key chat. I did want to loop because I wanted to see the secret way of getting into the false sun. The false sun area. But I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to affect the vote at all. Ooh, a blast shower. The first time half of chat will ever see a shower in their life is the blast shower. Also, I was making a video for if you should get, which DLC you should get, or how good the DLCs are, or whatever you want to title the video. Thumbnail face here. And I realized that, you know what? Survivors of the Void isn't as great as people would have you believe. Because Survivors of the Void gave us the Xi constructs. The little CCP machines that haunt our dreams. Yeah. You'll never believe where that came from. There's no way that my item just glitched through the wall. What is it at least? At least tell me what it is. I'm mad. Pissed, I'd say. Not your item anymore. I guess not. I guess it's the wall's item. That was my hole. Don't forget Blind Pests. And Blind Pests. All of the enemies... This is like... Let's talk about this, chat, okay? Because we need to. Like, we need to talk about this. The enemies in the DLCs are all ass. You know what I'm saying? You smell me, chat? You smell me? I'm kind of trying to think if I want gasoline. Yeah, I want gasoline. I was going to have a gasoline or busted key dilemma there, but then I was like, I have an ignition tank, and I only have one gasoline. So, in reality... Am I poor? What's going on here? How much do these cost? 1,000 each? Who does Aurelionite think they are? The fight gives me one hell of a rush since I play Merc. Everything gives you a rush if you play Merc. It's like the dopamine courses through you. I got too high. I got way too much high. There's a lot of bleed we stacked up there. Okay, I'm not gonna... I honestly don't want to pick up that gold thing. I don't want to pick up Aurelionite's soul. I'm sorry, Aurelionite, but I don't want to face you. I don't. I really don't. Felt on prayer beads. I'm a big fan of it, personally. I am also a big fan of it. I love prayer beads. There's a lot of items that I'm like, wait, this is from this DLC? What? Or this wasn't from a DLC? Huh? Like, did you know that Verdant Falls wasn't from the DLC? It took me a second, because when I was making the video, I was like, oh, look. Verdant Falls is another Survivors of the, or Seekers of the Storm thing. And I was like, well, actually, no. It came from the Devotion update. There's just an alternate version of the map that comes with Seekers of the Storm. Oh. Those fight items are also very unique and fun. You actually got to decide if you pick up or not. Yeah, and that's the thing I like. That's the thing I like about Survivors of the Void items, is that not only are there more of them, but also the gameplay implications of most of those items are better. Like, Trophy Hunter Tricord is one of my favorite equipment. Not because, like, it's broken or anything, but because if you wanted to play with boss items, it was, like, completely RNG before that item. But now, you could technically just hold on to that equipment until you see the boss type enemy that you want, and then you'll have their boss item. Which I think is cool. Quiet. Our Lord and Savior is speaking. He's not speaking very loudly. But he's speaking. And that's the most important part. He's recovered. What is your sauce for the secret path? I was just scrolling through YouTube comments and someone spoiled it. Maybe they were just trolling me. I don't know. But it was upvoted, so can't be wrong. Anyway, I guess we're going to Void Fields. Also, it's the thunder rumbling. If it isn't, you can't enter it in this. Oh, so if the thunder's not there, if the thunder ain't rumbling, we're just bumbling, is what you're telling me right now. That's crazy. Okay? That makes sense, but it's crazy. Am I gonna die? Let's see. Let's see how scary Void Fields is. A Hopu Feather. It's already worth it to come here. Grabs crotch. Of all the changes that they made, I do not like the increasing damage thing. That's stupid. I'm not a fan of that at all. Coming here without, like, being a mobility... Like, trying to come here and do this as engineer, borderline impossible. Like, look at this. My ass is mercenary. Crazy that my ass is mercenary, though. My ass is mercenary. I almost just died out there. don't think I've ever got any Eclipse players in here. Are the circles smaller in Eclipse? Or are they not affected? Because if they're smaller in Eclipse, that's crazy. Never come here. Also, does Tougher Times not proc? What the Sigma? Do we not get Tougher Times procs when we're out here? I guess not. Okay, we're definitely grabbing this. And Medkit doesn't work? Wow, they really buffed Void Fog. Void Fog sucks now. I think I'm just gonna dip. We can do one more. Ooh, key box. Will this kill me? Oh my god. Imagine you're at like a void portal, or you're at the other end of the map and you're trying to leave. You might not be able to leave. You might die before being able to leave. I don't know. Void Field sucks. I don't like going there. It's strange, man. But you can do False Sun more than once, right? Or did they also change that? Maybe that also is like an unseen change of the patch. I kind of want another tri-tip dagger. But that's fine too. Luminous Shot's also cool. Repulsion armor, Wecco, means I don't take damage ever again. So you're welcome. Welcome to the tank build, chat. Oh, Razor Wire. Razor Wire Warped Echo. Maybe we just do the Warped Echo build now, and we just focus on getting hit the whole time. I scrap every white item and turn it all into Warped Echoes. Look, it's the Sundered Grove Scavenger. It's like a Scooby-Doo villain. Another Warped Echo. 2 Warped Echoes out of this is very much welcome. Or you weren't lying when you said you like long runs. I'll show you something that runs long, grabs crotch. This is a symptom of the game, all right? Blame the game, not me, all right? If pillars didn't exist or pillars weren't as annoying to do, we wouldn't have this problem. We would not have this problem. But pillars are annoying. So I'll always prefer like looting and trying to skip pillars over doing pillars. I'm trying to shove my face through my monitor every time. Warning, the bulwark begins to falter. Whoa! Oh my god! This is like one of the rarest events. I don't even know if I've seen this event before. It's the Chimera family event. That's crazy. And we have Wake of Vultures, so we get the perfected effect. Yo! Noxious Thorn. Having 4 Noxious Thorns, because I have 4 regenerating scrap, by the way. The regenerating scrap play was huge. So what is that? We have 5 Noxious Thorns. If we kill something, it spreads debuffs like crazy. And now we have a Chronobobble. Ooh-wee. Sailstar, big value. We got 5 regenerating scraps, so we always get a free legendary if we ever go to a blue portal. And we got an ATG missile. Huge value. Love you, Sailstar. Really holding down the fort in terms of items for the Seekers of the Storm DLC. There it is. The Halcyon Shrine. Okay, we'll go to the Halcyon Shrine for sure. Ooh, repulsion armor. I like that, though. I like that, though. I printed enough of that with my Warped Echo combo here. 7 Warped Echoes, by the way. Print some of that with my Warped Echo, and I think we'd be sitting pretty. There should only be gilded enemies here. Oh my god, it logged me out. No. Holy fuck. I hate YouTube, man. YouTube is the worst. What do you mean I'm signed out? I'm in the middle of streaming. And you signed me out? Are you joshing me? Oh, so it was just a fun little, oh, haha, we're logging you out. Teehee. Okay, chat, sorry. I'm back. Haha, let's log you out of YouTube account for a reason. Yeah, I've never been logged out while I'm in the middle of a stream. I've got a stream going on. They're like, you know what would be really cool if we logged you out? Nice. I at least expected for like me to go into my email account and then being like, oh, there's a security risk. Someone tried to log in or something. But no, they're just like, actually, we just logged you out, bro. Get fucked. But we're back. Where were we in this run? Oh yeah, we're trying to find out the False Sun boss fight. Screw the False Sun. My new boss fight is against the CEO of YouTube. Whoever they may be. Technically speaking, they are my boss, so it truly is a boss fight. Huh. There's no green portal again. Maybe we do have to fight it 3 times. God, how is YouTube such a bad company? How is Google run so poorly? I'll say it. No one else has the balls to call them out. But I'll say it. Chat, listen to me. How the fuck does... How do live stream videos cut off at 11 minutes and 55 seconds? If I have a video, a live stream that lasts longer than 11 minutes and 55 seconds, it will cut off that video. How is that possible? And if I go... Because they save it. Like it's there. It exists. Because I went into videos where they've been like 17 hours or something like that, the live streams. And I was like, oh, if I cut this down to 12 hours, then it'll show the whole thing. No. If I cut down the 16-hour portion, it will just decrease the 11 minute and 55 seconds. So instead of you being able to see all of it, you'll see like 7 hours or something like that. Instead of like 11 hours and 55 seconds. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why YouTube does this. They're the biggest trolls in live streaming history. Good job, YouTube. And Twitch is still somehow going to lose to them. Make it make sense. No, don't roast YouTube. Career suicide. It's too late. I'm going to say the brave thing. They're going to put me in a YouTube creator camp now. You all thought that was just like... That's where you know, you go to learn all the tips and tricks or whatever. No. That's slave labor at those camps. Those are the gulags. You ever seen Stranger Things Season 3? Where the cop guy goes? Yeah, that's where I'm headed. They sent Pokimane there for 2 years. Never been the same since. It amazes me that people watch 5 times more YouTube than any other streaming service, but still won't pay to go ad-free. Oh yeah, always get some premium. Twitch Turbo and YouTube Premium. If you consume these things more often than not, they're so good. They're amazing. YouTube Premium I could not go without. They're probably going to nerf it at some point, and I'm going to really get triggered. If they ever nerf my YouTube Premium, I will get super triggered. But till then, I will be a proud owner of YouTube Premium. There was an item over here. I saw it. Was it a hidden chest? Wait. I knew it! Ha 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 ha! Cloak chest acquired. Sniffed it out. You think you can hide from me? Not on your life. There are 2 options inside of us. We could either get... Okay. Question mark usually always, but... having more... utility skill means we can guarantee skip to Mithrix, so I'm doing that one. That's my option. It's my money and I want it now. Might also grab that lysate cell for extra damage. It's a warped echo printer. I didn't think... I couldn't have imagined a better day in my life. How many do we have? 15? Let's go. One of the rare occasions where you can find as many warped echoes as you want. I think there's a scrapper, right? I can come back for more. There's one over here. We kill the boss. This is... The plan is simple. We kill the bat... Oh, wait. I gotta do the blue portal. Hold on. Okay, the plan is simple. We kill the Batman. Let's go. I don't know what the cooldown is, but I think at this point, if we get hit, the cooldown's low enough that we can get it off cooldown before the next time. It's actually crazy. Oh my god, wait. Repulsion armor printer and a warped echo printer at the same time, and they now both work together. I think I delete all of my items and I just print these. I just print those 2. Then we have our warped echo up here. I think we just print more warped echoes. I think this is just... I think we go all the way. I'll keep 3 for a soup, for a single soup, because maybe there's an ATG, you never know. But wow. 35 warped echoes. I could go more, honestly. Maybe, fuck. 42 warped echoes, I think is good. I think that's probably good. And we have razor wire, by the way. Just want to remind everyone that. We did pick up a razor wire. We have 4, actually, now that I think about it. It really looks like there's no way to get back to the false sun after you do him. And I'm not pausing on that one. There's no way to go back. Sonorous Whispers at the end of our run? That's par for the course, honestly. Woo! Scorpion. Oh my god. Tougher Times works with Warped Echo? Look at this chat. Look at... I'm taking damage right now. Allegedly. Why'd they buff it? That doesn't make sense. Warped Echo is like the best defensive item in the game now. They nerfed a whole bunch of items, but then they just randomly buffed this one. Anyway, so here's how Wecco worked. If you got hit, it would calculate your armor on the first hit, and it would be like, okay, you take 200 damage, and then you have 50% armor from, or 50% damage reduction from armor. Take 100 damage, and then Warped Echo would split that up. Repulsion armor, and it would also factor in repulsion armor and planula and everything like that on the first hit only. And then all the other ones would not be affected by anything except razor wire. It would work with a razor wire. But now in the new update, it seems like everything works with it. I don't know. I haven't tested the armor thing yet, but my assumption is probably armor does affect it now. So Warped Echo is just like a crazy item for no reason. Soulbound Catalyst. Ooh, we have max crit, so laser scope would be a huge damage boost. Soulbound Catalyst, we already have one, I think, right? Yeah, we already have one, so it's not really a point in doing that. I can also do some of this for some ignition tank shenanigans. Resonance disc, or we could have more heals from this. We have a new Kahanas, right? Yeah, we have a new Kahanas, so this could technically be good too. Might just do this, because it's easier for this to work than the other thing. So we're going to do that. Then I'm going to grab you. I can at least grab 3 of these, if not more. You just pick up every item on every run? Not quite. There's some times where I'm like, I've looted a large portion of the map, and then I know that I'm going to miss items, but I don't feel... I'm too lazy, and I'm already close to the teleporter, so I just do the teleporter. But for the most part, I do full loot. But I'll be damned if I don't find this rusted key. Gonna break my rusted key and run. There it is. Oh, a fuel cell, which turns into a lysate cell. The cool thing is that it just gave me a char... Oh, no, it immediately turned away. Never mind. Hold on. Corrected. Oh, well, Mithrix is dead. There's that adaptive armor for you. Good morning. I made empanadas. Did you do it for all of us, or are you a dick? So Warped Echo is just broken. So there's... Anytime you see a Warped Echo, you should pick it up. And now that means Safer Spaces is worse. Like, you shouldn't get Safer Spaces anymore. Tougher Times is just good now. Maybe that was their strategy the whole time. They're like, oh, you think Survivors of the Void's the better DLC? Well, we'll see how much you like your Safer Spaces now. Yes, MMR is hell inflated. I remember back in the day, 4K MMR used to be big. It used to be a big deal. And, like, what was it? Freaking Mason when he was playing in TI 4 or something. God, that was so long ago. It was like 4K MMR or something like that. That was hilarious. Actually, no. 6K MMR used to be like the max. That was like, oh my god, they hit 6K MMR. And then, now everyone's hitting like 12K. We're going to need a 20K. You know how long it would take to get that much MMR? You know how many hundreds of games it would take? Even if you won every single game? Maybe that's how they're defeating smurfing. They're like, no Smurf could ever get to the highest MMR anymore because it would take 5,000 games to plus 25. Safer Spaces cooldown isn't interrupted by Wecco, right? I don't think so. But why would we care about the cooldown when Tougher Times could just go and block all the damage? You know what I'm saying? And so he left with dreams of good food and a peaceful night. Honestly, I did not realize that Mercenary was a foodie. Wow, good run, good run, good run, everybody. That was supposed to be a false sun fight, but we ended up taking 10 years to do it. Whoopsies!